You know, Apple and Samsung have had a lot of disagreements recently about patents. Apple feels Samsung has infringed. Samsung denies it. There have been motions, dismissals, motions to dismiss. I'm just listing court terms now. I don't really understand what any of this means.
Legal jargon.
But recently, Apple made some suggestions in a court document to Samsung about how they could alter the Galaxy Tab to make it look less like an iPad. And Nilay has gone to work with our crack team of legal experts and designers and put together how he thinks Samsung might get away from this Apple design aesthetic they feel is happening.
Yeah, you know, Apple has some of the best designers on the planet. They've got a very aggressive legal team, I think you all know. And you know, they also have a registration of the iPad. They think the Galaxy Tab looks too much like the iPad. And it's kind of true. I mean, we can just bring it up here. I mean, which one's which, right? So they made a lot of suggestions to the court. The one running Android is Galaxy Tab.
Probably.
So they made a lot of suggestions to the court, and they're pretty reasonable. And we sat down and tried to think about how you would really implement this. So the first one, pretty basic. Don't make it black. Use something other than black in the front. So we went with kind of a classy dark red.
So Apple said in this court document,
don't make it black.
I just want to be clear, don't have a black bezel.
Yeah.
So you're suggesting
like dark red is
kind of a burgundy.
I think you really want to step out, right? I think you want to go like pattern.
Like a Pinot Noir.
Yeah, and I think this is. I think it's really solid.
You take it further here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you look at that. I think, well, you know, maybe Johnny Ive had a little too much.
So you're saying go from a red to a pattern that'll differentiate?
A little bit. But they also said, well, the bezel, you know, it still kind of looks like an iPad. So they said, well, make the bezel smaller. And I think we all agree bezel sizes are too big. Samsung has a really great processor, dual-core Exynos in there. They've got LTE radios. We want to highlight that kind of stuff. So let's shrink the bezel. Let's show you what's inside the Galaxy Tab. Let's really sell it. So that's great. I think, you know, you still might think, well, you know, Apple's proud of their internals. Their next suggestion was don't have horizontal speakers, right? And you can see why. You know, you've got this all plain front, speakers on the side. And we thought about where do you put the speakers? Where do you really enhance the sound quality of the tablet? Because you're watching a lot of movies. So we went with a triple stereo front placement, center channel.
I'm sorry, triple stereo?
Yeah, it's 3D.
Is that how many? I mean, that's left, right, and what's the other one?
Yeah, no, the middle one is just it's the center channel.
Center.
For vocals.
Triple stereo.
Triple stereo.
Okay.
The middle one's when you turn your head.
Yeah, you turn it sideways in stereo.
Okay, I think this reasonable. So far, reasonable suggestions.
Yeah, but you still think, well, you know, it's got an Apple vibe to it. I think we can all agree. So how do you really differentiate it? How do you say, well, you know, Apple's kind of this like, you know, latte sipping kind of nerdy guy. You want to spice this thing up. We had some texture to the front. Apple said, don't make the front flat. We put some spikes on it. We make it really stand out, make it really aggressive.
Did you?
We just looked at my bracelet.
Hey, I was going to say, was there? You guys took a trip to Hot Topic.
Scanned the bracelet. We put it right on there.
Is that a handle?
Yeah, the handle looks really.
Yeah, the handle's great.
I like that.
Useful.
It's nice.
But then Apple said, well, it's still too thin, right? I mean, that was actually a suggestion. Make it thicker. Apple products are known for being really thin. And so if you're going to make it thicker, you don't want to just go halfway. You want to push it. You want to know that you've got the power of Android behind you. So we went all the way. Just as far as we could. And I think this is a place where if you had 80% vision, you would stop. You would say, this is fine, we did enough.
This is really good now.
This is a Motorola move, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, this is where you stop.
This is strong.
If we really want to stand out, you know, Apple's last suggestion was we have a patent on rounded rectangles, right? But you don't want to square them off. You don't want to make them too sharp. You don't want this, right? You want something organic, something natural. And so we thought about it a lot. We spent a lot of money on designers, and we came up with this, the new Samsung Galaxy Tab.
Very nice. That's very nice.
I thought.
I mean, call me crazy, but I still feel like they're kind of infringing here.
Yeah, no, it's odd.
I feel like it's
Bigger
a little
spikes.
bit iPad-like still.
Yeah. I don't know which is which, to be honest.
Yeah, which one again is the Samsung?
That background looks familiar.